Welcome. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to one. Welcome to our Friday podcast. Okay, where we dive into the common communication challenges that couples face, and we're also going to explore the strategies to overcome them. Okay, we're going to explore challenges, all the strategies to overcome all the communication challenges that you face in your relationship. You understand? And that's what we're going to discuss this evening. Welcome. And then if you join us for the first time, please just subscribe to our YouTube channel and then follow us on Facebook. Welcome. Let's just go straight in what we're discussing this evening. Why do people have communication challenges in their relationships? Why do people have communication challenges in their relationship? You can say common communication challenges in relationships. We are going to look into that, and then we're also going to look at the strategies that you can apply in your relationship to to overcome the challenges, to overcome those challenges. Okay, like we normally do on Fridays. The line is open. You can call me or send them a comment in the comment section. Once it's related to what we're discussing, I'm going to read them out. The line is free. Call one on now on +44 744 982 3876. Call now. The line is free. Okay, good evening. I'm your host. All right, today we'll be discussing how effective communication is key to maintaining healthy and strong relationship. For a while now, we've been on our relationship series, and you can say the personal growth and all that. So because we want to grow in our relationship, we want to have a healthy relationship, and that's the reason why we're discussing what we're discussing. Okay, so this evening is one of those topic that very, very important and very, very effective if you want to apply it, if you know how to handle all the challenges, if you know how to maneuver the challenges, if you know how to work on your relationship. It will help, especially what we're discussing this about communication challenges that people face in their communication. They're just like in a relationship, your communication is one of them. Okay, so that's what we will be discussing this evening. You understand? And then, first of all, we would like to know the importance of communication in your relationship. What are the importance of communication? Why do you need to communicate in your relationship? Why do you need communication in your relationship? That's a simple question, but it can go a long way. Okay? Because if you look at it, communication is vital. It's the foundation of any successful relationship. Communication is like the bread, or you can say the pillar that holds relationship. It involves not only you expressing your feelings or expressing your thought, how it is, but also actively listening to your partner. Most times people they think it's just like, shouting, just talking. It's two-way interaction. You talk, the other person has to listen. If you're talking and the other person is not listening, if this person is not understanding what you're saying, that means there's no communication. So that's the reason why it has to be clear and open communication. It has to be clear and open communication. Because if it's not clear, if the other person is not understanding what you're saying, it can lead to what? Misunderstanding. It can even lead to what? Conflict and resentment. And that is the reason why we all need to know how to communicate. We need to learn how to communicate effectively in a relationship. because even it's not only a relationship in every aspect of our life, in your workplace, in anything you're doing, effective communication is always good. Once you know how to communicate, once you know how to listen, once you know how to like interact with people without, bringing conflict or finding a way to like, relate to someone in a way that they will understand you clearly, that will be good and it will take you a long way. And that's what we're discussing this evening. We want to look into those common challenges, like the communication challenges that you normally have in a relationship. And I would like you to comment now or put on the comment section whatever you want to say. I will read them out. The line is open. Okay, so you can go now to comment. All right. So one of the common challenge you can have in a communication. One of the common challenge of communication. One of the common communication challenges is when you cannot express yourself properly. It's when you cannot relate. You have what you want to say. You have everything you have is your thoughts. Probably you're very upset. You're angry because of what the other person did to you. And you want to say it out, but you don't know how to express it. You can see that some people, most times, something happened in their relationship where they are angry. They are so much upset to the extent that they're getting worked up. But instead of them allowed to maybe find a way to communicate, let the other person know that they are upset, that they haunt them. They allow their emotions. They allow their emotions to take hold of them. They allow their emotions to take control of the situation. Where you can see some of them, they start like, destroying things in the house. They start throwing tantrums. They start like breaking things in the house. You can see because of their anger, taking advantage, just like taking over them. Some of the things that they bought that are expensive in the house, they start breaking them. Some even get to the extent of breaking TVs, some expensive things in the house because they're angry. And they're not because they're angry, they want to express their feelings. They want to express their thoughts. They want to express their anger, but they don't really know how to do that. Probably they've been trying so much to communicate or maybe like to relate to the other person, but it looks like the other person is not listening. Maybe the person keep on doing that over and over again. This time they get angry. And then to the extent that they start like, getting physical and getting, start like breaking things in the house. Okay. And that is the problem because it's important that you communicate effectively, you communicate clearly, and then find a way to handle yourself. For example, listen, I'm not going to say that your actions, because you're angry, your partner did something wrong. Because of that, you're angry and you start breaking a lot of things that they maybe say that you because you're angry. You're supposed to take control of your emotions. You're supposed to handle yourself properly. You understand? And then normally what we normally say here is that if you're very angry and you know that your anger is going to maybe cause you to be physical or start beating the person up or start breaking things and all that, why can't you just open the door and leave? Go out, walk around, go somewhere, spend some minutes, some hours. You see that you calm down, then you can come back. When you come back, you can see that now you're relaxed. All that pressure is gone. Then you can communicate. Now you can relate to the person and talk to the person. But that is what we're discussing. We want to find out how can you do that? How can you now communicate and talk to this person effectively? Understand? So that they will understand. Because that's the challenges that people normally have in the relationship. When the other person is talking, are you listening? That is the problem because sometimes they are talking, they keep talking. You don't listen. It looks as if maybe they are wasting their time. And that's why some of them you see that They stop talking. They stop talking. Some maybe their emotions will just overwhelm them, and then they start acting irrational, start acting anyhow, which is not good. Okay? It's not good. It's not good. It is a problem. So what is the challenge? And one of the challenges is not communicating clearly. If you cannot communicate clearly, you can say communicating effectively. If you cannot express yourself, if the person that you want to talk to cannot listen, maybe you cannot understand what you're saying, that means there's no communication. You are not communicating at all. You understand? So that means you need to be clear and open. Talk to this person. Also allow them as well to absorb what you're saying. If you find a way you can talk to them so that they can understand, maybe you can wait after when they calm down, then you can talk to the person. By that time, they're going to understand. Okay? Maybe your partner is angry. Maybe your husband is very upset of what happened or whatever happened. When they're upset, you shouldn't start talking to them at the same time, because they will not listen. They will not understand you. They might be thinking maybe like you are answering them back. Maybe you are challenging them. Some of them might look at it and see it as maybe disrespectful. And some might even like it can like walk them up, and which is not good. So why can't you find a way to just like calm down? Allow them when they calm, when they relaxed, then you can find a way now to talk to them calmly and openly and clearly, so they will understand. You know, some people even get to a stage of maybe talking parables. They want to talk to you, but they will not go straight to what they want to say. They start talking in parables, in the sense maybe thinking that you will understand what they're saying. Why can't you be concise and just go straight to what you want to say? Be specific and let the person understand what you did and what they did. If they cannot apologize, or they will do that. If not, understand, you find a way to, calm the situation down. Okay? We're talking about common communication challenges in relationship. Common communication challenges in relationship. Because most times, this is one of those topics that people normally, they don't take it serious, because we talk every day. We chat every day. Yeah, our workplace, when you are with your friends, even your phone, even after I'm talking now, you are talking. We talk all the time. And because you're talking all the time, you believe that is communication. Not really. Not really. Because when you're talking, and when you're talking to someone, when you want to relate to someone, if that person cannot understand you, you're not communicating. You're not communicating. Okay? Or someone can say, okay, what if I'm trying to communicate and this person just pretend that maybe as if they are not listening or they are not understanding what you're saying, and they are doing it intentionally. Then find another way to talk to them. Maybe the time you're talking to them, maybe the time you try to communicate to them, it's not the right time. That is what you have to find a way now to strategize your approach, know how to and when to talk to them, and when to relate to them. Definitely they will listen if they know that you're genuine and what you want to say is important. They will listen to you. Okay. So you can see that another thing that people don't they normally overlook when it comes to communication, and it has already affected a lot of relationships. Okay, is listening skills. Because I said earlier, it's two ways. Someone has to talk, the other one has to listen. When two people are talking at the same time, no one is listening. Okay? Many people are focused on getting your point. You're just trying to get your point across, that you forget to truly listen to the other person's perspective, what they want to say. All you have to want to do is just try to, you want to just get your point across. You want them to listen. If they don't want to, they have to listen to you. That's the only thing you want to know. That's the only thing you want to do. You understand? So you don't care. You don't want to consider their own, where they're coming from, their own perspective. What happened? Why is it that they want to talk to you? Okay. Is it the time for you just to keep quiet and listen? Let them talk. Let them just say everything they want to say without you now interrupting them, without you now trying to get their own thought, whatever you want to say at the same time, to get it across to them. It's going to be a conflict because no one going to listen. Okay? It can lead to what? Feeling of what? Being unheard and invalidated. Because no one is listening. They can't hear you. As both of you are talking at the same time. No one is listening. You can hear. At the end of the day, you might even claim that you said what you said. I said the same thing yesterday. I told you this yesterday. I said it last week. I said it last month. When you were saying whatever you were saying, did the person listen? Did you communicate effectively? Do you think that the person was listening to you? Sometimes you'll be talking to someone and you'll be the person will just be on their phone. As they be on the phone, they're just doing whatever they're doing. They don't care. They are not listening because they are not even looking at your face, let alone see what is coming from your mouth. You understand? So they're not listening. And that is one major problem. Listening skills. Listening skills. Listening skills. So who is listening? It doesn't matter if you are the man or the woman. It doesn't matter who is in charge of the relationship. It doesn't matter who is in control of that relationship. It doesn't matter who is the breadwinner. It doesn't matter who is listening. Because one person has to listen. When you listen, when you take charge of that situation by listening, let them talk. Let them say what they want to say. You can see that you might even grab 1 or 2 points where you can correct things. It might be that this thing, they've been telling you the same thing for a very long time. But just because you've not given them listening ear, you have not absorbed what they are telling you for you now to change. But you keep repeating it over and over again, doing the same thing over and over again, without knowing that is a problem. And they'll be telling you the same thing over. That is the problem. And that problem is that maybe because you have not given that time to listen to them. You're not giving time to listen. You understand? Like I said, the line is open. You can call me. I would like to hear your own thought or your opinion on what you're saying. Why do people have communication challenges in relationship? Okay? And you can say, what are those common communication challenges in relationship? So you can call me and let me know. Understand? So we've talked about listening skills, having another listening ear. Another one is what we call ineffective expression of emotions. Ineffective expression of emotions. Because it's important for you to express your feelings in a constructive manner. Most times it's good for you to use I statement. I statement instead of blaming or criticizing the other person, criticizing your partner. I. Use I. Put yourself in the situation. Put yourself in their shoe. Use yourself as an example when you're trying to communicate. Let me understand maybe all these things has been happening, it's been affecting me. I've been trying my best to do this, do that. Put yourself in that situation instead of pointing fingers straight away. You. That means you're criticizing the person and you're blaming this person. When you're blaming someone directly, you're not giving them the opportunity to listen to you. That means you already getting into conclusion. So what else do you want them to do? Because already there's no need explaining themselves because you already concluded what you want to say. So that's why you see that some people, once you get to that stage where you're pointing hands, you're pointing your fingers, you're telling them all the time, you always do this, you. When you keep on saying you, they cannot say anything. They keep quiet because you concluded. There's nothing they will say that you will listen, because even if they try to explain themselves, if they want to tell you the reason why they did what they did, you will not listen because you have already concluded. And then you'll be angry, you'll be upset, telling them you can't say anything. Since I've been talking here, I've been explaining myself, I've been telling you what you've been doing all the time, what you normally do, all that, blah, blah, blah. Then what do you think they will say? They won't say nothing, because there's nothing they will tell you that you're going to listen, because you already concluded. And that's why most people, you see that they walk away. And then you will get upset that they are disrespecting you. They're walking away from. You understand? So, but why can't you change your strategy? Just try to use that eye. Put yourself in their shoe. Use yourself as an example. It's not like you're blaming yourself, but use yourself as an example. Now you're not putting blame on them. You are just letting them understand your feelings and your situation and how the thing is hurting you or whatever. What is it that they did wrong? They're seeing it now in front of them. You use yourself as a mirror. They're seeing what they did to you through you. Understand? So that's what we're discussing. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Hello, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening.
Hello, Johnson. Welcome.
Yeah.
You okay?
I want to comment on the topic.
Okay, go.
The way to stop or the problem in communication.
Okay.
Challenges in communication. One, you got to develop that listening ear.
Yeah.
To avoid problem. And another one is, in a relationship, you got to be patient, and you got to accept that tolerance. You need to be tolerant.
Okay.
Patient, tolerance. And another thing, giving listening ear.
Yeah.
Sometimes of anger. When one can use anger, and they say when two wrongs can never make a right.
Yeah.
When a relationship, you are claiming you are the right one, the other opponent is claiming that what he did is right. You see that nobody will give a room for peace or for the communication.
Yeah.
One can use that anger. You can use abusive words. Then if you are not tolerating with love, you may flame up. And that flaming up, it can lead to anything.
Yeah.
So what am I saying in sense? Relationship to go well or to go well, you need to give listening ear. You need to be tolerant, accepting or mistake, even your own mistake or your partner mistake. You need to tolerate that and accept it. You don't talk anyhow. Before you talk, you reason, so that to make the whole thing. They say in a relationship, it's one person that will hold it. When you find out that the one holding it,
yeah,
you need to allow a lot of things. Allow peace to reign.
Yeah.
For peace to reign, you need to exercise a little patience, accepting a lot of things. It's not as if you are a fool, but for peace and love to reign.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. It's like you're summarizing everything that we'll discuss in this evening. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay. He's like he's just summarizing what majority of what we said this evening. Okay, because what he chip in there is having that patience and tolerance when you try to, you know, have a patience. Just because if you don't have patience, if you don't tolerate the situation, if you don't really like, tolerate to your partner or try to give them that, especially the listening ear, let them like, express themselves. It's difficult. It's always very, very difficult. It's difficult. I know that. I understand that there are some people that have, you can say that they have a very, a very toxic behavior, a very toxic character that they they never believe that they are wrong. What I mean that they never believe that they are wrong. You can try your best to communicate to them or to talk to them, just maybe to let them understand what they did. Maybe that you didn't like what they did or the approach of what they normal the way they approach things that you don't really fancy it. You're trying to communicate, let them understand that, but just because of the the amount of approach, that a little bit of toxic behavior inside of them, they will never like giving you a listening ear. They will never like this listening, no matter what. And if you're in a relationship with that kind of person, I think maybe probably you need to find a better strategy to relate with them. You need to have patience. You need to be tolerant a little bit, a little bit, to find a way to relate to this kind of person. They find a way. What I mean finding a way is to know when they are in good mood. I'm talking about good mood because some people it's very difficult to find out when they are in good mood. And then if you find out when they're in good mood, then you can like talk to them. You understand what I mean? Then you can talk to them if hopefully they will listen. And then because if they can't listen to you, there's no way you cannot communicate. You are not relating to it. There's not forget it. Because communication, someone has to listen. Someone have to grab what you want to say. It's like going to school and you're in a class and the teacher will just come in and start speaking another different language. Yeah, and you never listen. You don't know how to speak French. You never listened to French before. You can't even like understand it. And this person will just start speaking French to you. That's even if they speak from now to tomorrow. You can never. There's no way you're going to understand. There's no way you can understand. That is it. That's it. There's no way. Forget it. It's not. It's not possible. That is the same way. There's some people you'll be talking to from now to tomorrow. If they are not listening to you, forget what. That's nothing. Just forget it. You understand what I mean? So then you can ask how can couples overcome these communication challenges? And one of the strategies we're just saying here is to practice that active listening. I've been highlighting this for a while. Listening. You need to practice it. It might not be your attitude. You don't really from childhood. You never you're that kind of person that nobody talks to. They cannot correct you. If they correct you, you go angry. Nobody corrects you. Anything that you does is right. And you grow with it, and sometimes you get into a relationship and you even take it to that relationship. You understand? So, and once that person try to communicate, talk to you, then what happens? It's still the same thing. You're gonna bust up. There's nothing. Don't listen. So how can this person change? They have to do what? They have to try to do practice. Just practice that active listening. Practice. I was watching one podcast the other day, and these guys were talking about communication and listening, all of what we are just talking about now. And one of them said that the only way maybe to practice properly is when you're upset or when you have to want to have a communication with your partner or something, just try and put some water inside your mouth. Don't swallow it. Put the water inside. Just take a cup and put it in your mouth. So why will you do that? You see that once you have that water inside your mouth, you will not say anything. You can't open your mouth to say something because the water is going to pour out and you don't want to swallow it. You just have the water there. That means you be quiet. You don't have any other option than to listen. You will listen to the other person. Once you allow this person to finish what they want to say, then they will, when they're exhausted, then now you can pour or just throw the water out. Then start talking. That is a practice, effective listening practice. When you do that 1 time, 2 times, before you get to the 5th time, you can see that you calm yourself now, you manage your anger, you manage your emotions just through that little practice of putting water inside your mouth, holding it, not answering back, not talking, just having that water. You'd have no option than to listen. And also, listen to this person, look at their eyes. You will see that they talk to you, you will understand. And when you do that 2, 3, 4 times, you see that here, you will see a little bit of change. You will see changes. Because now you are the one listening. You can see that maybe some of the things, like I said at the beginning, most of the things that this person be telling you for a long time is something that you've not even taking it serious. It is something that you can never even believe that is what is bringing the problem in that relationship. And just because of that 1, 2 minutes listening he gave to this person, and then you start changing those things. You have a healthy relationship. Your relationship become healthy. Start moving forward. You see that you bring life into that relationship. You understand? That is what we're talking about. Nothing else. It's all about listening, giving effective, or talking about effective listening ear, just like listening. When the other person is talking to you, when your partner is talking to you, when your husband is talking to you, when your wife is talking to you, just give them listening ear. Relax and listen. Okay? Another approach is maybe when they are listening to you, when they are talking, you just try to paraphrase what they're saying. You paraphrase what they're saying. Asking, clarifying, let them ask them some questions so that they will clarify what they're saying. Whatever they say to you, paraphrase it and send it back to them again so that they will explain it proper. That shows that you are listening to them. Before you say do that continuously. You see that before even they finish whatever they're saying, both of you has already come to conclusion. You already know what the problem is. Because as they're telling you what they did wrong or whatever they want to say, you paraphrase it and repeat it to them again. Is that what you're trying to say? They said yes. Then they will say again. You paraphrase it, ask them again, is that what you want to say? They say yes. But do you understand? You come into agreement. If it's not what they want to say, they will explain it. Now you're getting to understand what they're trying to tell you. Understand? Those are the problems. Those are the issues people normally have in a relationship. Because it's a little bit it's tiring. It's tiring when someone is trying to communicate. It's tiring when someone is always trying to talk to you. It's tiring and you cannot listen to them. It's like a child. Just put yourself in the child's shoe. Every time every time you try to talk to them, you tell the child what to do, they keep on repeating, messing everything up, messing up. You get to a stage where you get angry. Or sometimes you're going to get get tired. And that's when some parents you see that start saying that a child maybe is stubborn, or they will have to take it to the doctor to find out if they have a little bit of issue or something like that. You know what I mean? So that is because they are not listening. They are not paying attention. The same thing to an adult in a relationship, the same way. Okay? So use that technique, paraphrasing whatever they want to say, asking them to clarify their questions to ensure that there's a clear understanding. Both of you are on the same page. You can understand what they're saying. Then they too, conquer what you just ask them. They will just say to you, yes, this is what I'm trying to say. Already, you already understand that. Both of you are going to be happy. You saw that thing out. You saw it out. Okay? Because these days is difficult because of social media. Social media, it's not like it's through social media that we do most of our programs. Many people have to be social media for you to consume all the content that we are giving out here, putting out here. You understand? But everything in life must have a limit. You must program yourself, put that time when you want to do stuff, put time when you want to do whatever you want to do. Map out time. It cannot be on the social media for, I don't know, some people are going to be there for just throughout the day. Some stay there till morning and night on their phone, social media. You understand that? That is not right. Even if you check on your phone, look at your phone. There's a place they put screen time. Check your screen time. It will tell you how many hours you've been on your phone, how many hours you've been on social media. It's not even good for your hair. It's not good for your eyes. It's not good for your health. All of that. You understand? Let alone come into your relationship. Because gradually will take over. Then it's going to take over your relationship. Now you're marrying your phone. Because the person you're in a relationship with, you guys are not communicating. You don't have anything in common anymore. There's nothing that you guys can do together. There's nothing. There's no time to play. There's no time to have a meaningful, what we're talking about, meaningful discussion. Talking about meaningful discussion where you have set goals. What is it that you guys want to do together? What have you done for the years? And all that. Put those things together. If you don't, it's a mess. It's a mess. Why are you wasting time? It's a mess. It's a mess. You understand? So that is what we are trying to say. Why do people have communication challenges in their relationship? Why do people have communication challenges? And one of the reasons you can see that people have communication challenges is that they've not realized, they've not even identified that they have issue. They've not understand that that's the problem. The problem is the communication, where they cannot have any communication. They cannot even have a meaningful communication. That they have never this communication, because to them it's nothing. They never see it as a problem. It's only when you find out that it's a problem, that's when you can find a way to sort it out. So if it's not a problem, there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do. You just have to leave it that way. You just have to leave it that way. You understand? So communicating with someone, try not to be offensive all the time. Try not to be offensive. Have open mind. Just encourage the other person, encourage them to have more empathy. Let them express themselves. Let them say what is in their mind without judging them. Allow them to express themselves. Just allow them to say the way maybe it might be hurtful to you. You might be angry what they want trying to say, but just allow them to express themselves. Let them just pour it out. As they're pouring it out, you can see that there are some of them, you see they'll be relieved. They are removing all those anger, those pain in their body. They are removing, where you are just allowing them to pour it out, so that you know what is bothering them. You know where to comfort them if you need to, or you know where to relate to them, or know where to talk to them. Do you understand? Let them just have that. If they want to be vulnerable, if they want to be emotional, let them just be. Just give them time. Let them just do that, so that you guys can talk. You can communicate to each other. Why are we talking about this? If you watch out most of our live podcast, we know there's nothing we'll discuss here without highlighting or hinting on communication, effective communication. Why? Because it's essential for building and maintaining a healthy relationship. You cannot build any healthy relationship. You cannot maintain any healthy relationship without effective communication. And effective communication is all about listening and communicating. That is it. So one person has to talk and the other person has to listen. You understand? So be mindful of common communication challenges and implementing strategies. All the strategies you are saying this evening to address them. Couples can strengthen their bond. They can strengthen their relationship. They can strengthen their, all the whole plays, all the thing, everything that is gonna make their relationship to move forward. And they will remove what is the conflict. They will avoid conflict. And that's what we're discussing, and that's what we're talking about this evening. Understand? That's what we're discussing. Get me? Someone I know that the right there on TikTok, someone just saying said all the time people always talking about communication, all the time talking about communication. And they want to make a joke. They want to just take it as a Mickey or something. I say, what about those that are deaf and dumb and all that? Making a joke. Those that are deaf and dumb, they do communicate too. That's the reason why you see them. They even communicate more than you that is speaking, you that can talk. Because you look at them when they are using their hands, when they're using the signals. That's what they use their hands to communicate. The other person they are talking to always pay attention. They don't want to miss any word. You see them eyeballs to eyeball. They're looking at the other person's hand as they are doing hands, saying all the signs and everything. They are listening. They might not use their mouth to talk, but they're using their hands to talk. And you see, most of the times you watch, just listen, just watch those that are deaf. You see them, some of the deaf and dumb. See the way they communicate. You hardly see them. You hardly see conflict or hardly see them unless maybe they're angry or sometimes see them angry, they will just express it in their face and their body languages. But at the same time, they are communicating. They are just say whatever they want to say, use their hands and all that. You just be seeing them. The other person is paying attention in whatever they're saying, but they don't want to miss out. That's the way it's supposed to be. No matter how angry you are, no matter how worked up you are, no matter whatever the other person does, what is it that they did that you cannot hold yourself? No, just give them time. Listen to them. Listen. Let them express themselves. Okay, so that from there, what happened? You can understand what they were trying to say. You can understand what they're trying to say. Why do people have communication challenges in their relationship? Why do people have communication challenges in relationship? And that's what we're trying to sort out. That's what we're trying to discuss. And we already point out some of the strategies that you can implement in your relationship in order for you to work on your communication skills, work on your listening skills and all that. You understand? That is it. That is what we are trying to say. That is the only thing. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. It's all about listening and paying attention. Just paying attention. Giving them listening ear. That is it. That is all that you need to do. Swallow your pride. Doesn't matter who did the wrong or whatever. The issue is that they want to talk to you. If they want to talk to you, listen. Control your emotions. Swallow everything. Listen. So that you can know where they're coming from. Can know the angle where they're coming from. Understand? If you need for them to be emotional, let them be emotional. But the most importantly, just allowing them to talk. Let them express themselves so that you know where to solve that issue. You know where to come in. Without that, you cannot, there's no way you're going to resolve that issue. There's no way you're going to resolve whatever you want to do. You understand? That is all I want to talk about this evening. That is all we want to talk about this evening. Okay? But if it gets worse, that you know that is out of hand, there's nothing else, you've done everything that you have to do. Seek professional help. Seek professional help. Nobody's above professional help. Nobody's above counseling. Nobody's above counseling. Nobody's above therapy. Seek professional help. You can get a very, very valuable insight. They will help you guys in a relationship. Seek professional help. Just one session or two sessions can bring a lot of good to your mental health, to your well-being, to your relationship. You can revive that relationship. If it's a relationship that is almost dead, you can revive it. Just seeking professional help. Because unless maybe you don't think that you have a problem in your relationship, so that means there's nothing to work on. There's nothing to do. But if you have a problem in your relationship and maybe looking at your relationship, there's a problem there, something is happening where both parties cannot talk to each other, they cannot relate, they cannot even listen to each other, there's no even have time for them to sit down to talk. Probably you might need professional help, someone that can help you out, someone that can express, just open up your eyes, open up, where the other person can have the opportunity to they can express themselves, open out, bring out their own emotions. You understand? They can say, because when you seek professional help, they know where to press the button for you to say whatever that is bothering you, things that you be having in your mind for ages. You can pour it out. A lot of things that have been bothering you, you've been piling them up in your mind, piling them up in your mind, that is worked up. There's no more space in your mind for you to even for any good thing to come in. They can bring those things out. It might be child trauma. It might be things, more maybe when you are little, maybe it's something that you carry from your past relationship to your new relationship. All of those things, you can bring them out. That's what we're talking about. You understand? That's the only thing we're trying to say. Okay. So we're coming rounding up in what we're discussing this evening. Effective communication is crucial in relationship, as it forms the basis of understanding. Talking about empathy and connection between partners. Effective communication. So once you find a way to address these common communication challenges, such as poor listening, you talk about ineffective expression of emotions, you're talking about couples not working together, all of that, you can see that you can work. You already know where to start now. You can work. You can't even overcome all the challenges. You understand? But at the end of the day, if you find out you can't do that, then that's when you need to seek professional help. And if you seek professional help, at the end of the day, the same thing is still persisting and nothing is happening. That means maybe you have to re-strategize. You have to find out maybe that relationship is not for both of you. It's either maybe both of you need Jesus. You need to pray for him to come and take over that relationship. Other than that, I think you need to move on. That is all. That is all. Nothing else. That is all we want to talk about this evening. Understand? And then I want to say thank you guys for staying with us to this time, if you're with us to this time. And then, like I said, if you're the first time coming across Wano, and we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook, just follow us on those platforms. Also, we're doing live sessions on TikTok. If you have an account on TikTok, you can join us. Okay, so even after this section now, we'll be going live on TikTok. So you can join us maybe half an hour from now, we'll be live on TikTok. You can join us there as well. Okay. The why we want you to follow us and subscribe is for you now not to miss any of our content. Once you bring any content, you can be notified and all that, so that you will not miss out on anything. Other than that, I'll say to you guys, thank you, and then have a lovely lovely weekend, and I'll see you all next week. God bless.